Hi friends, I'm Pastor Diana. Welcome to a daily devotion. I'm so glad you've chosen to take some time out of your day, whether at the beginning, the middle, or the end, to spend some time with God. Today, we're continuing our journey as we think about generosity in our lives. And this week, we're exploring cultivating generosity and what are some things we can do or approaches we can have to learn how to be more generous in life. So I have a question for you. What's the first thing you think about when you wake up? I'll tell you, my first thing that I usually think about is, I want more sleep. Can I go back to sleep? After about 5-10 minutes of that, I slowly get out of bed. And I usually end up thinking about what do I need to do for the day, what's on my schedule. Sometimes if there's something that's been worrying me, the first thing I'll do is go check my email to see if anything major happened overnight, or if there's been a news event in the world and I want to know what's going on, I'll check my phone. Sometimes I'm barely awake and stumble to the bathroom. It takes a little while for my brain to wake up. I don't know about yours. But I do know that usually how I first begin my day, maybe not those first moments, but what I do during the first part of my day as I'm waking up, that usually helps set the tone for my day. I find that I am my most centered if I wake up and spend a few moments in quiet and go and work out and get my body moving, if I eat a good breakfast and I spend some time with prayer. Usually if I've done those things, I'm ready to face the day. I've put those things first that are important. And the same thing is true with generosity. In Matthew 6, verse 33 and 34, during Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, Instead, desire first and foremost God's kingdom and God's righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, stop worrying about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. First things first. Putting God's kingdom and God's desire, putting God first in your life. That is definitely a way to begin to cultivate generosity. If everything is God's, if you are God, and you begin to put God first, you begin to enable yourself to see the world through God's eyes. And then you begin to able to have your actions follow that, follow God's desires and God's righteousness. And you might be able to cultivate a little more generosity in your life when you put first things first. Will you pray with me? Gracious and loving God, it is hard. It is hard sometimes to put you first. There are so many distractions, so many worries, so many things I would rather do. But I pray that you help me find a moment each day to recenter myself on you and your desires so that I can cultivate generosity in my life. Amen. I hope that you're able to take a moment to center yourself on God and that maybe this was that moment. If it was, make sure to like this video, subscribe, or share it with someone who you think might need to hear it. I look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful day.